Okay, let's just jump right in. What if your next junior developer wasn't a person at all? I know, we've all seen AI that suggests the next line of code, right? But what if it could handle entire projects from start to finish? Well, today, we're diving into a pretty groundbreaking new platform from Google that promises to do exactly that.
But let's be real for a second. For a lot of us developers, AI coding tools kind of feel like a souped-up autocomplete. Yeah, they're handy, for sure, but they don't really change the day-to-day grind. We're still the ones responsible for gluing everything together, running the tests, and, making sure it all actually works. Is that really the best we can hope for?
I mean, we've all been there. That constant juggling act, right? Bouncing between your code editor, the terminal, and then back to the browser. It's just this never-ending cycle of repetitive tasks and manual checks. And yeah, current AI helps inside the editor, but it doesn't really touch the biggest headache of all that context switching.
So, what if there was a better way? This is where Google is trying to shake things up. They've got this new platform called Antigravity, and it's built on a completely different idea, being agent first. So what in the world does that actually mean for you? Let's get into it. Okay, so Antigravity is what they call an agent-first IDE. So instead of just asking for a little code snippet, you give an AI agent a complete task, a whole mission. And it then plans it, writes the code, and even verifies that the code works across all your development tools. Seriously, think of it like a junior dev who can actually handle a project from start to finish.
So who can use this thing? Well, pretty much everyone, from individual hobbyists tinkering on a weekend project to huge enterprise teams. And here's the best part, it's totally free for individual developers to get started right now. It looks like they've got a more powerful version for bigger organizations on the way too.
To really get why Antigravity could be such a game changer, we need to break down its core concepts. And these aren't just, random features. They're the actual foundation for how you collaborate with your new AI teammates. So first up is this idea of an agent-first IDE. This is not just another little chat window inside your editor. No way. It's a total paradigm shift. Imagine an IDE that was built from the ground up, assuming that autonomous AI agents are the main ones doing the work, with you as the director.
This really spells out the difference. On the left, you've got your typical AI assistant, your co-pilots. They're stuck in the editor, just suggesting code. But over on the right, you've got an anti-gravity agent. You give it a mission, and it works on its own across all your tools. It even verifies its own work. You're not the one doing the typing anymore. You're the supervisor.
So what do they mean by surfaces? It's actually pretty simple. They're the three main pillars of any developer's workflow: the editor, the terminal, and the browser. The big deal here is that anti-gravity agents can move between them seamlessly, just like a person would.
Now, this is probably the most important part: trust, right? How do you actually know the agent did the right thing? That's where artifacts come in. These are basically human-readable reports. We're talking plans, code diffs, logs, even screenshots that show you exactly what the agent did and how it checked its own work.
I love this analogy. It perfectly captures your new role. You're not down in the trenches writing every line of code anymore. You're in mission control, directing your team of AI agents, keeping an eye on their progress, and orchestrating their work to build something awesome. Okay, that's enough theory. Let's make this real. How does this all come together in a practical, everyday scenario? How would you actually use anti-gravity on a normal workday?
So let's picture this. Your marketing team comes to you and says they need a new dashboard to track their latest campaign. This is the perfect mission for an anti-gravity agent. It's not just a request for a code snippet, it's a whole feature.
So how does the agent actually tackle this? First, it creates a plan for the user interface and what data it's going to need. Then, it dives into the code editor to write all the front-end code. After that, it hops over to the terminal to run the build commands. And finally, and this is the magic moment, it opens the browser to visually confirm the dashboard is working, and then it generates those artifacts to show you the results.
This isn't just about a cool new tool, it's really about a whole new way of thinking. This agentic approach, as they call it, is all about building systems with both humans and AI that free you up from the boring, repetitive mental tasks, so you can focus on the big picture stuff like strategy and creativity.
And hey, if this idea of building systems to basically amplify your own thinking sounds exciting, you'll absolutely love the book Marketing with a Second Brain. It's a fantastic deep dive into how to structure your work to offload all the noise and focus on what truly matters. We've dropped a link in the description if you want to check it out on Kindle.
So this whole agent-first model, it feels like a massive leap forward.
It's not just about coding faster, it's about a fundamental shift in how we build software and maybe even what it means to be a developer.
And this all leads to a huge question, doesn't it? As these AI agents get more and more capable, are we heading towards a future where our most valuable teammate isn't human? Will your next coworker literally be an AI?
So what do you think? Is Google Antigravity the future of development, or is it just hype? I'd love to know your thoughts down in the comments. And hey, if you found this explainer useful, do me a huge favor and hit that like button and share it with your team. And of course, make sure you're subscribed to Beyond Busy Work for more deep dives just like this one. Thanks for watching.